But in any
Yeah.
case, we thought we can maybe talk about some holiday destinations in South Africa. Those people that's from over the seas, they can come and enjoy. Even people in South Africa, there's some very nice places that you can go to. Like for instance, we were at Dube, just outside of Pretoria, well, just outside Brits,
Mm.
in the northwest. There's a place called Dube. Awesome little place, like a nature reserve. You can walk. Swimming pools are awesome for kids, though. Slides, very very nice.
True. And Dubai is in majority a caravan park,
Mm.
in a little bush environment. So it's like a little game reserve, not the big five game, but a little game that's like basic bucks and deers and stuff. It is safe to like walk there up to a certain degree. I mean, you don't want to go tickle the animals and stuff
Yeah,
like that. They're still wild.
a giraffe's ball sack. You don't want
Yeah,
to.
you don't want to do
I
that. But
yeah,
it's still fun. And I mean, okay, let's put it in majority. I mean, in South Africa, you've got two type of options. Now you can have your holiday in the bush or at the sea, at the ocean.
yeah.
No, that's basically it. No, there's
And
no.
for each of them, there's two options again. You either have at the bush caravan, chalet, or at the sea caravan, or tent camping,
Yeah, camping.
or motel, hotel,
Yeah, or fixed
chalet.
structure. Let's put it that
Yeah,
way. Yeah. So there's no ski slopes and stuff like that in South Africa because snow is like a myth here. Yeah. They did say so every now and then there's a bit of snow falling here and there, but it's not snow like overseas snow. It's like a little bit of fluff falling from the sky, but it's not often and it's not a lot.
yeah. Here we call it hail.
Yeah, the hail is lots of golf balls and cricket balls.
Yeah. Yes, a very nice trip to do as well. Because for me, the what's that one there? The East Coast,
Yeah,
South Coast. It's congested. I mean,
yeah.
I don't like congested places.
That's like KZN basically, you know,
Yeah,
KwaZulu Natal.
yeah. KwaZulu Natal.
The South Coast more. Yeah.
Yes. So
Well,
it's nice. I mean, if you can go out of season a little bit, there's also some very good places like Happy Wanderers Caravan Park. It's a very, very nice place to go for a holiday. Also, it's got the restaurants and camping, chalets or bungalows or whatever they call it, and that's on the beach, right on the beach.
that is nice. And I do think in the South Coast, like KZN and so on, the further you move out of or away from Durban city centre, the further you move away, the more nicer and calmer and quieter places you'll probably find. Not as busy as
Yeah,
in, I'm going to say Durban because that's basically the center point,
yeah. Like
the main
you get
attraction.
your big places like Margate. It's very busy there.
Mm.
If you go down, you get I think Ramsgate is also quite busy-ish, but then if you skip a few past the Wild Coast there, you get Jeffreys Bay and all those Knysna, and then it becomes very busy
Yeah,
again.
when you get to the West Coast and so on. Because, well, not West Coast, it's probably the West
Yeah,
Coast,
well,
but
then
yeah.
on Cape
Um,
South Coast, just before Point.
Because actually, as a country, we've got, for the size of our country, we've got an enormous coastline because we're on the point of Africa, obviously. So we've got them on both sides.
Yeah,
So it is a big coastline, and there's a lot of places. But to find the nice, quiet, smaller places, you really have to like do your homework a bit, look around and search for them. And places not as famous but quite nice. I mean, there's a lot of places. I mean, the coastline is long, and the entire coastline belongs to someone, not one person, but there's a lot of a lot of nice little places where you can
yeah.
find.
Oh, well, if you want to do West Coast, I mean, there's a whole tour that you can go down from what's that place? Oh, basically on the border of Namibia,
Mm.
on the coast, on the West Coast. You get Honetlebaai. You drive next to the coast all the way down up to real civilization You get close to Melkbosstrand, or what's that other place, Bloubergstrand. Otherwise, never more than 200 meters from the sea. It's a dirt road. You have to have a 4x4 type of thing. I can't do it with my Pigo. But you'll drive next to the coast from the border of Namibia all the way down till you get to Blouberg, and then you can go a bit more inside to Potchefstroom, Stellenbosch. It's awesome. That's a lekker tour. But obviously, it's dry camping. You have to take your own toilet or dig a hole. And you have your own water. You don't have power, so you have to have like a little solar if you need it, or stuff like that. But it's dry camping, basically straight through. Awesome. Very, very nice.
Yeah, and I think what's also nice about the West Coast is all those little fishermen's towns with the little fishing boats, and it's like a real retro effect.
Yeah,
with the fish and chips and the little fish shops and so on. Fresh. I mean, you watch them take the fish out from the little boats when they just caught it in sea. They come, they sell it to the people that bakes it or cooks it for you. It's really nice. Yeah. Or you can.
Brilliant. I mean, the water is so clean. It's cold as hell.
Yeah, that's why there's not so many people, I believe. It's just the water's too cold for them.
Yeah, yes, but it's such a lekker thing to do. Tour the West Coast. It's very, very nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
If you go to Uniondale, there's a big spook story about Uniondale. Yeah. If you drive a certain time of the year, I think it's Easter weekend.
Yeah, Easter weekend.
Yeah, if you drive over Easter weekend and you drive on a certain road to Uniondale, there's a spook lady that will just get into your car. You'll still drive, and then the next moment you'll see her, and then she'll just disappear. Yeah. I've never experienced it, but
no, there's a couple of variants of the story. I mean, some people say she hitchhikes. Yeah, and it's weird. A lot of stories. People say they've seen her, but there's no real evidence and so on. But it's what makes it what it is,
Yeah, but they're from Uniondale. You get can't remember that specific town. But anyways, from Uniondale, you get the Baviaanskloof route that you can do as well. Also, it's like a bit of dry camping. Here and there is a chalet or a bungalow that you can stay in. And you can camp this Baviaanskloof road. You go through the nature reserve. On the other side, I think it's the town Potensie. Then you're close to, George, if I'm not mistaken. But you go from inland, you drive this route through the mountains and all that, and you get to the other side, which is ocean again. That's also a very, very nice place. Very lekker to go and do for 5-6 days. I mean, it's not a 3-week tour. I mean, you can do the whole route in one day if you really want to, or 2 days, but slow it down. Slow it down.
Yeah, that is a lot of fun. So, and I mean, on let's call it the south coast or the east coast again. I mean, it goes all the way up to Mozambique again on the other side. So from border to border, not the same country, but there's a couple of countries in between.
Yeah.
But we've got a vast coastline with a lot of different, I don't know what they call it, vegetation and sceneries. There's like tree plantations. There's only shrubs on the one side, on the other side it's different vegetations of different sorts of landscapes, but it's fun. It's beautiful. I mean, you get different sorts of scenarios in different parts of the country.
Recently we were at Kwesi Bay, basically, or just under Kwesi Bay. It's, I don't know, maybe they call it the North Coast, because I think from Durban upwards it's more North Coast, or is it East Coast?
It's more on the east side, so it's probably
but there's a lot of, from Durban, or let's say more Hammansomtoti and those places upwards, it becomes more like rural, and it's also more camping exclusive for 4x4 owners, basically, and all that mostly stuff. And then if you go into Mozambique, myself won't do Ponta Malangana and the Ora again because they built a tar road straight into the town there. So all the younger people go there with their BMWs and GTIs, and it's becoming like a Margate. So for me,
Yeah.
I won't go there anymore. But if you go a bit more north to Maputo side, I won't go into Maputo again. Even further north of Maputo, there's awesome places in
There is,
Mozambique.
yeah.
We've got Botswana.
And I mean, even in Mozambique, we're outside of South Africa now, but even if you go way north in Mozambique, that becomes very rural and then concluded. Or
Yeah, but
secluded.
there's very nice places that you
Mm.
can go to have a lekker vacation. I
But
won't
that's
go,
the thing. That's secluded. There's nobody to bother you. You're very
I
secluded.
won't go too far north in Mozambique though.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Yeah, that's very dangerous now.
Mm.
But in any case, but Mozambique is a very lekker, nice
No, that's
holiday destination as well. But in South Africa, there's so many places. There's Nice now. There's
yeah.
it's such like little secluded towns where you can do stuff. Here on the Drakensberg, we've got Little Switzerland.
Yeah.
So I think there it actually snows a little bit in the winters.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of holiday destinations and clubs that you can go to and have a lekker vacation.